On today's show, zooming into summer. It's electric, new technology for your electric car. And whether your car is electric or not, you want it to look polished. We've got solutions. Plus, innovative loan solutions for today's homeowner. And tile tips from the pros.
Don't waste and save. So that's how I've sort of evolved over my life, and my wife and I, we try to not waste anything in our lives. We try to lower our carbon footprint as much as we can. And for us, when it came to a point of needing a new vehicle, electric cars were coming out, and it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Bruce and Shasha's fondness for saving the planet extends to their means of transportation. To say that they're the proud owners of an electric car is an understatement.
We settled on the car we did, and it's been fantastic. We don't miss going to the gas station. We have our gas station here in our charging station, so it's very cool.
Prior to this electric car, I had a pickup truck. And I loved it for the time, but it had gotten to be 15 years old, and it was time to try something new. During that whole period of time, the electric cars have evolved. I was very interested in that because my lifestyle is perfect for an electric vehicle. Very different from my pickup truck, but I've acclimated and I don't think there's any going back.
Demand for electric vehicles is growing worldwide. That comes as no surprise to Jonah Teeter-Balin, who is with the electric vehicle charging solutions company AeroVironment.
So what we found is there's actually a couple of reasons why people are considering electric cars more and more nowadays. One is the obvious one, which is that it fits their lifestyle and they want to be green. And then on top of that, electric vehicles on a per mile basis are a lot cheaper to drive than a gas vehicle. Electricity is less expensive and the cars are more efficient.
But manufacturers still face a big challenge. Many people simply aren't aware of how electric vehicles work.
So when you get your electric vehicle, it will come with a 110 cord set that will charge your EV at home, but it'll charge it fairly slowly, sometimes 18, 20 plus hours. There's really three different types of charging. The first we touched on a little bit is the 110 volt charging that allows you to charge pretty much in any standard outlet, but it's going to provide a pretty slow charge. Now there's a level 2 charging, and that's at 220 volts. And that enables you to charge anywhere from 3 to 5 times faster than your level 1 110 volt cord set. And then there's what we call DC fast charging, which can enable you to refill your tank in about 30 minutes. So what we found is that to make EVs more practical and to fit your lifestyle, you need to be able to charge faster and to do so safely. And so we at AeroVironment provide charging infrastructure that allow you to charge 3 to 5 times faster and make your EV a lot more fun and practical to drive.
The common misconception about owning an EV is that you'll be stranded often, but Jonah says it's just that, a misconception.
And so that's where TurboCord came in for us. We were able to provide our users with a portable option that they could use when they're traveling outside of where they would normally go, or outside of their home. And this would help really in their planning process to make sure that they're minimizing their range anxiety by making sure that they could charge wherever they're going to go.
The only thing that worried me initially was that I would get stranded, that there wouldn't be enough charge. I had to learn how to gauge how far I could get on a particular charge. But I don't have those fears anymore. You do have to plan a little bit more than you may have prior to having an all-electric car. You can actually plug the car right into a 110 and get just enough to ease your mind and not have what I call battery angst.
Yeah, when you have an electric car, you're obviously not going to the gas station, so how you charge it and where you charge it became a real consideration. So what I decided in doing a lot of research online and reading about different methods of charging, became very clear based on 110 charge was going to be very cumbersome and not very practical because it takes up to like 20 some hours to charge it from empty to full. So I knew I needed more of a 220 experience right at home. After a lot of research and looking at reviews and then showing my wife various options, she's more concerned about the look, the design of it, I settled on AeroVironment's line. Small, much more compact than a lot of the other brands. Seemed very sturdy. Seemed like everyone was pleased with the unit itself. So I thought, hey, she likes it, everybody else that owns it likes it, let's give it a shot. And I ordered it, and it's been fantastic.
So AeroVironment has been in the EV game from the very beginning. In fact, we were contracted by General Motors back in the 90s to develop the GM Impact, which they launched. And we've stayed invested in the industry from that point, and we believe that long-term that EVs are going to dominate the roadways. And we look forward to helping make the driving experience more practical, helping it fit our customers and drivers' lives, and to make it the best driving experience possible so that we encourage as much EV adoption as we can.
I love my electric car. I see that they're getting more and more popular, so I think it's all for the better.
As far as I'm concerned, the future of transportation is with the electric vehicle. To me, that's the future of saving our planet, that's the future of transportation, that's the future of also having fun while we drive, because Americans love to have fun while they're driving. And I'd encourage everybody to go out and take a test drive and see what you think.
For more information on electric vehicles and charging stations, visit evsolutions.com. Find additional information on our website, designingspaces.tv.
Car care, ways to buff and repair those dents and dings, and learning the do's and don'ts of a reverse mortgage.
At Designing Spaces, we're always looking for the highest quality, most affordable ways to enhance, update, and repair your spaces. That extends right out to your car. For many of us, our car doesn't just get us from here to there. It's an extension of our self-image, an important part of daily life. You're spending a good part of your life in your car. It should look good. Oh yes. Few things are more annoying or frustrating than the dings, scratches, and minor damage that take away from your car's look and significantly decrease its value. If you never considered fixing some of these problems yourself, think again. There's a quick and easy way to keep your car beautiful. AutomotiveTouchUp.com allows you to avoid the expense and hassle of dealing with a body shop or the time-consuming, risky process of insurance claims.
With our products at AutomotiveTouchUp.com, you'll be able to repair almost anything cosmetic on your car. Bumpers, doors, scratches, chips, bumper cracks. You'll be able to repaint your spoiler, the hood, anything on your car cosmetically that needs to be repaired, you can repair it.
AutomotiveTouchUp.com uses its own exclusive exact match technology. They custom mix the color for every customer order, with each color precision formulated to match the original manufacturers. With the website's easy-to-use tools, you can order your car's specific original color based on the make, model year, and product codes. Then the AutomotiveTouchUp.com staff mixes and fills each individual order. There are online tools and an ordering process that takes you through each step to assure you get the exact paint and accessories you need. And customer service is available with advice every step of the way if you need it. Watch as this do-it-yourselfer does a great bumper touch-up following our step-by-step instructions. Start every repair by cleaning the damaged area and the space around it. Check the color with the provided test match card to assure a perfect match. Tape off the adjacent panels and lights. Scuff sand for good mechanical adhesion. The new paint will settle into the grooves, making a solid adhesive bond. Clean the bumper again using prep solvent. Mask off the adjacent panels. Then use a plastic parts adhesion promoter for the best bond to bare plastic parts. 1 or 2 light coats is all that's needed to have a fine, thin film over the plastic. Next, apply the primer and allow to dry. Then lightly sand with 600 grit sandpaper. Then, wipe the entire surface with one of our paint prep surface wipes and let dry. A tack rag is used to remove dust that's settled onto the surface. Spray with the base coat color. It will take a few coats. Wait 5 to 10 minutes between each coat. apply enough coats to get good coverage. After letting the base coat dry for 30 minutes, spray 3 to 4 coats of clear coat. After the clear coat dries, remove the masking tape and plastic film. You're done. Check that out. With the significant savings of doing this car repair yourself, you can celebrate. For more information on how to touch up the paint on your car and restore it to like-new condition, go to automotivetouchup.com. And to view this story again and to get more information, visit our website, designingspaces.tv.
Welcome to the Tile Shop's Tips from the Pro video series. I'm Cabby. Now you're wondering why I'm staring up at you? Well, that's because I want you looking down at me. We're actually talking about shower pans today. Now what is a shower pan? A shower pan is a watertight sloped base that receives your shower floor tile. Remember, we gotta get that slope right. We need the water to go down the drain. There's a lot of methods out there on how to build a shower pan. Well, the Tile Shop took it to the next level, and we have a user-friendly system called the Easy Pan. What makes it easy? Well, they're honeycomb plastic guides that you put on the floor, and they're already pitched. So all you have to do is add your concrete, screed off the excess, put your rubber liner in, and your top pan, you're ready to go. Now, always make sure you give 2 days for that concrete to cure before installing your tile. There's a lot of talk in the industry today about waterproofing membranes. The Tile Shop carries Noble Value Seal. What that is, it's a sheet membrane that you put on the walls, floor, and ceiling. It's an extra layer of protection, gives you a little more peace of mind. For more information on shower pans and installation, and for tips and tricks on how to enhance your home with beautiful tile, visit us at tileshop.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You want to do home maintenance projects yourself, but you don't have the tools. Every home should have a basic toolbox, but what tools do you need to get started? Let's look at the basic set of tools you'll need to get your home maintenance and DIY projects underway. If you plan on DIY home maintenance and improvements, you will no doubt be using a hammer and a screwdriver. There are 2 types of screwdrivers, flatheads and Phillips head. A nice set of screwdrivers that include both types is a must-have for your toolbox. As for a hammer, a lightweight tack hammer is enough for most around-the-house projects. If you're planning on doing some carpentry, you will need a claw hammer. Pliers come next, and like hammers, they come in a variety of sizes and shapes, depending on what they're supposed to be doing. For our toolbox, we have 3 types: your basic slip joint pliers, locking pliers, and needle nose pliers. Tape measure and ruler. You'll be surprised how often you'll need both. A utility knife will see a lot of action around the house. And a putty knife is a welcome addition for a number of weekend projects. Steel chisel, a 1/2 inch size should do for most household applications. A little notepad and pencils. Mechanical pencils are best because they don't need to be sharpened. A small level will be indispensable when surfaces must be perfectly horizontal or vertical. And finally, the jack of all trades, duct tape. When purchasing tools, stick to name brands for an assurance of quality. They are dependable and will last a lifetime. There are other tools that can be added over time as you expand your DIY skills. You will be surprised how often you will find yourself reaching for the toolbox, knowing you can do it yourself.
With current economic conditions and the ever-increasing cost of living, many seniors are struggling to make ends meet these days. Today, Designing Spaces is visiting one senior homeowner who is looking for options to improve her finances. Retired and living on a fixed income, money is tight. She has asked her son to help her to look for ways to increase her disposable income.
My husband and I purchased this house over 30 years ago, and we raised our children here. My husband passed away a few years ago, and the house holds a lot of memories for me. Not to mention that we worked very hard to pay off our mortgage. I really want to stay in this house as long as I can. I'm getting by financially, but money is tight, and I don't want to become a burden on my family.
Well, your home is beautiful, first of all, and I certainly understand wanting to stay here. So I understand she's asked you for help in finding some options.
Yes, she did, and I really want my mom to enjoy her independence and financial freedom. But I'm worried that she won't have enough money to live as comfortably as she could.
Designing Spaces got in touch with John Alexander and David Villarreal, representatives from USA Reverse, which is an educational resource for seniors and their families about reverse mortgages. They'll explain how seniors can use the equity in their home to help them financially. Gentlemen, hi. We were just talking about seniors and how they need help discovering new ways of increasing their income. Any suggestions?
You know, Debbie, there's a lot of individuals in that same situation. As they enter into their golden years, they're trying to find ways to make it more enjoyable, to have a little bit more freedom.
Right.
Right? A reverse mortgage is one of the ways that they can consider making that happen.
Okay.
Over 9 million senior citizens in the country today are in a position to take advantage of a program like this. Certainly their needs today for medical care, housing, and other related expenses would benefit from a program like this.
So can you explain exactly what is a reverse mortgage?
Absolutely. Think of it as the actual opposite of a regular loan. When you took out a loan to buy your home, what you did is you made monthly payments to pay off that home. And then eventually you held complete title, clear title. In this situation, you now have equity in your home. You live in your home. And now this is a means by which you can actually extract that equity out of your home and use it.
Okay, so you're taking the equity out of your home as a loan, but when does that loan become due?
Well, that loan becomes due when the homeowner and the recipient of that home equity conversion mortgage either sells the home, decides to transfer the title, or unfortunately, as life is, they pass away. Then that loan is due and to be repaid. The loan being paid off allows any equity that is in the property to be shared by the estate or the heirs.
So I thought I'd ask them a couple questions.
Of course.
If you take out a reverse mortgage on your home, are you also transferring ownership?
Fortunately, it doesn't transfer the ownership. The title stays in the applicant's name and the homeowner's name, who is the recipient of that home equity conversion mortgage.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure some seniors are watching and they're on a fixed income and they're probably wondering how is the income from a reverse mortgage going to affect their Social Security benefits?
The loan proceeds are not considered taxable.
Okay.
However, we encourage the recipient of that home equity conversion mortgage to consult with their tax advisors or financial planners to make sure that their specific situation fits in certain parameters so that we don't have that type of exposure.
Okay. And is this an FHA reverse mortgage?
Yes, it's a Federal Housing Administration mortgage that is commonly known as a HECM.
Got it. So are there guidelines to follow?
You are required to take a counseling session, and that session is from a certified HUD counselor, FHA counselor, that will give you guidance and allow you to ask even more questions to see what best suits you and your family.
So if you're 62 years of age or older, you own your home, you have equity in your home, and you continue to live in your home, you can qualify for it.
Yeah, that
so
is good.
Doesn't matter if maybe you've had some bad financial times and you've had a bankruptcy, or you have a poor FICO score, right? That doesn't impact it. You can still qualify. So it's a good opportunity, but remember, you want to work with one of our select lenders. They're licensed professionals. They will help guide you through the process.
So how much money could you get from a reverse mortgage?
Well, that's why we created our website, usareverse.com. On there is a model or a calculator. You can actually go on whenever you want and run some scenarios and see what money you might be available for. Okay. And that's why we encourage people to learn more. And that's why we've put so much information on our platform so that you can go there and do the homework and feel more comfortable.
All right. Gentlemen, I have to thank you so much for being here, really answering all of our questions and giving us detailed information. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us here.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
And thanks to the both of you for allowing us in your lovely home. Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, for more information, just visit usareverse.com. And to review this portion of the show again, please visit our website at designingspaces.tv. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
You You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces. Making a space you can call home, living the lifestyle you desire. It's what we are all about. We are Designing Spaces.